Hey everybody, this is Tambeyoda and I'm back with another Machine Robo video review. And this time I have from Action Toys, Bike Robo from Machine Robo's Revenge of Kronos. The GoBot version of him would be Psykill. As you can see, here's the box. We have the picture of him in his robot mode here, along with, you can kind of see his face and then part of the motorcycle mode here. The name, logos, and such, the same thing. Then reversed over here so you can see him in his robot mode, and this one's his motorcycle mode. Then on the top, basically the same thing as the front, and on the bottom we have some warning labels and such. On the back, basically again it's that. So, alright, so let's go ahead and get this guy open. And these guys may be small, but gosh, they come with a lot of stuff. I really like how each of them comes with a display stand here, so you have that. If you're interested in seeing how that works, you can check out any of my other Machine Robo videos. I have instructions on how to put those together, different designs and stuff. But we'll go ahead and skip that on this video. So I've already shown that off a couple times. His instructions, they're in a plastic bag. There's no amended instructions on these. The other three there's not on this one. So you can see we have our figure here along with his accessories. So some of these accessories are actually for motorcycle mode. So he has a weapon, he has his handlebars, and then his kickstand, and then this is the adapter so that you can connect him to his display stand. So let's go ahead and get this guy out of the packaging here, and we'll go ahead and set this stuff aside because we're going to need it later on. Let me get his feet set up properly so he won't fall down. You have to get this just right, because this portion right here becomes his heel. This little circle part. That popped off. These don't stay on very well, but I'll get into that in just a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and show how to transform him into motorcycle. And then we'll go ahead and show how to, we'll get him back into robot mode, and then I'll show off his different features and stuff. So to transform him, we want to first remove the wheels, and the wheels are actually rubber. I don't know if they're on a plastic thing, but they have rubber right here, so that's pretty cool. And then it's actually it's not connected to this right here. It's free spinning on both of them. So transforming. First of all, you want to grab the head, pull it up, and it'll pull this back part kind of up a little bit like that. So that'll give you the ability to, you want to raise the arms up and then push in. And when you push in, it'll kind of go like that. You want to take and rotate the thumbs down. And you take one of the tires. Oh, that's wrong. I always forget which way treads go on motorcycles. Okay. Alright, so make sure that's all the way in. Alright, so then once you have that in, then you want to come to his accessories, and two of them are his handlebars. So that's one right there. So you'll take and you want to tab it into where the wheel was in, and you'll just push it in, and then it'll also fill in this gap right here. So it'll fill in that gap. So we'll take the other one and we'll do the same thing to it. So you tab it into the side of the arm, it fills in that hole and fills in the gap also. So the next, what we're going to do is come to the legs. Actually, first, before we do that, we have to basically split open this crotch area. And then we want to take one of these legs and move it forward and then bend it right there at the knee. Alright, so then what we want to do is then take this, untab it, move it out like this, and then we'll push this exhaust pipe up, rotate this, like this, and then rotate this around, and then it'll come, basically you'll push it up in here to just kind of leave it right there. And then this is going to flip in, this flips around, and you have part of the engine right here, and then this flips forward. So you don't have that extra engine block that you did with the original figure. Alright, so then for this one, what I'm going to do is flip this forward. Now, because we don't have some of the clearance that we did with the other one, it's a little tricky. So you want to pull it out a little bit, flip this out, flip this, and rotate this around. Rotate that forward. Alright. And once we have that, then we want to take and rotate this like that, and then oops, it's got to go this way. Like this. Flip this down onto the inside. Push this forward, push it forward, and then we'll lock these together by pushing it together. But we missed the tire. So the tire, like this, will go into those little holes that were the hills. So it goes in, push it all together, and then it tabs in a couple places. So there's these tabs that are on the top of the engine block that tab into the yellow portions, and then this then tabs into this portion right here where the train drive is. And it's kind of funny because he has a train drive on both sides. There we go. So let's push into both sides like that. And then you can take his kickstand and tab it into here. So then it kind of stays up. Like that. You can tab it. It looks like you can tab it into either side. So, and then you can take the axe, and the axe actually will stay here. So you just kind of slide it. You see there's a notch right there. Just kind of slide it in that. Just kind of push it down there, and it stays basically right there. Now the only thing that you can't put in there now is this portion, but I'll show you that in just a little bit. So it's a really nice bike. It rolls really well. Like I said, those posts are not connected into the wheel, so it allows for a lot of free movement. And the motorcycle doesn't look too bad. I like how they incorporated this so that the engine block isn't something that's already that isn't a piece that you just tab onto there. It's already incorporated into part of the leg. Now the weird thing that I said earlier is that he does have two drive chains on there. He has one on each side. So that's kind of unfortunate, but oh well. So to get him back, we'll go ahead and take him back into his robot mode. We'll just put these off to the side. I'll put that axe off to the side. I'll go ahead and put these back in because you don't need these for robot mode. And these are kind of a pain to get out. You kind of have to use some fingernails. And then they wedge in there fairly well. This one's easy to get out for mine. This one was the one that I had problems with. Never mind. I guess it was just being stubborn the first time. So we'll start with the legs again. Pull that down. Split the legs. Pull this tire out. Set it off to the side. Go ahead and pull this one off and set that off to the side also. Bring this down. Bring that down. Oops, gotta do the foot first. So kind of the weird thing about this foot is there's a tab right here that you can grab that allows you to pull that out like that, and then you can then rotate the foot around. Bring that down. You want to twist this out, and that will tab into this portion, and then it'll tab up here also. So it tabs into the exhaust so that doesn't move around. And you flip this little bitty panel down. Okay, and then you want to bring this back down again. Once again, there's a little, you can see the little tab on the side of the foot right there. You take that, kind of grab that, and that allows you to then swing that around. Push this out, and then swing this around. Press down. See, there's a tab right here. That tabs into here, and then that tab that goes into there. Flip this panel out. Flip that down. Close the crotchal area. Then you'll just take and slide this back down. And then you just push the head or this back portion down, and you're back into robot mode. Alright, so you can take, like before, you can take the tires, you can set them on the edges like this. I think they look kind of weird. I know that's how the original had it, but we don't have to do that. You can take the axe, put it in his hand. There we go. And then his stand, this is how you put the stand on there. It's really weird. You take it, and there's a see, there's a notch right there. This actually goes all the way around to the front, and then tabs in the back here. So it goes on like that, and then basically you take the stand and then tab it into there. So. Alright, so for his articulation, it's a little weird, especially in with the arms, because he does have cuts right here, but they're way back here. So mainly you're going to want to go like that to raise his arm out. So you're not going to do a bunch of that. It is a ball joint, so you can go forward, you can go back. It's a very loud squeak on it. There's a twist, then there's an elbow joint, and that's about it. And it squeaks on both sides. So you have a waist swivel. Then at the hips, you can move forward and back and out. It is a ball joint. There's a twist right here, but the knee is also a ball joint, so you can twist that also. It's really weird, and that's a loud squeak also. And then coming down here, the foot is on a ball joint, so you can do all kinds of movement with it too. So as I've stated before, these are kind of, I would consider these masterpiece versions of GoBots, just because of all the die-cast that's actually in it. This panel right here, going all the way to the back, around to here, here, and I think even the seat, is all die-cast. No, this is probably plastic, I don't know. But a lot of this is die-cast up in the front, I know that. Then you come here, in this panel on the side, right here with the drivetrain and stuff, that's all die-cast also. So it's a very heavy figure. And the price point isn't that bad. This guy was actually $40 at Toy Dojo. Went down to Austin and went to pick up some stuff and saw him there and was like, hey, I haven't seen him anywhere else, so I went ahead and picked him up. Here is him next to Masterpiece Bumblebee. And then Masterpiece Sideswipe here. So, you know, you can get a size comparison on how they measure up to Transformers, to Masterpiece Transformers. Which GoBots were always kind of small, especially the American ones. They did make oversized American ones. They did have oversized Japanese ones. They did have small ones also. So they were directly taken from the Japanese market and brought to America also. They didn't have just the large ones in Japan. They had the small ones also. And then traditionally with Transformers, when they took over GoBots, they've used all those names for like mini-cons and stuff. So they used them for smaller robots. So I think it makes sense that they would be this size for a Masterpiece. Especially with, like, if a human wanted to ride on the back, that would be a scale version of it. Now, with other things and stuff like that, definitely not scaled. But you know, with the aircraft, he would be way above this guy's height. So they're not going to be in scale at all. But I think that these are a good representation for a Masterpiece GoBot. Now, do I display them with my Transformers, with my Masterpiece Transformers? Not intermingled, but on a different shelf. So they have their place in with my collection. So that's it for Bike Robo. Don't forget to check out all my other videos. Like, subscribe. You can also find me on Facebook. This has been Tambeyoda. I'll see you guys next time.